Hi, my name is awesome Karolína Fiedler, and I welcome you to the 14th episode of my podcast. Today I'm gonna jump straight in. I'm gonna start reading straight away. I don't have my microphone because the device, like the sound card, the device that helps me record stuff, is getting a little bit old and the sound starts cracking. So no more microphone for my podcasts. It's okay, we still have the phone, it still works. So, 6th of June. What's new today? As I was helping my mom to pack her life into boxes, I was watching a series on Gaia called Brain Rewired. One interesting thing got stuck in my head. Apparently, if I want success to come to me, then I have to be one step ahead. So if there is anything important ahead of me, for example my upcoming concert in Trees Cafe, I now have to act as if the concert was already successfully behind me and I am now dealing with a positive outcome. Okay, let's begin. Okay, maybe not now. I can't focus here, and I really like the idea, so I want to do it properly. That's all I wrote in my diary on the 6th of June. A few thoughts that I had about what I wrote here. Some questions. Did I ever get back to it? Did I ever actually sat down and visualized in my head the few steps ahead and tried to visualize how the concert went amazingly and it was great success, and I got a contract signed from it because there was like a producer in the room and he heard me and he was like, wow, yeah, I totally have to have her. We need to like make a record and let's make her famous. No, I never did that. Nah, never did that. Do I believe this thing actually works? Visualization of things we want to happen in the best possible way. Yeah, I definitely do believe that this technique works. I tried it on different occasions in my life. I am a firm believer it works. It never works for me though. Or it never worked yet. Who knows, maybe one day it will work for me. But why does it not work for me? That was the question that I got stuck on. Quite an interesting one. So I started thinking about it. Why does it actually not work for me, even though I believe this method is absolutely brilliant and it can bring huge success to people and help them create outcomes of things that they dreamt about that no other people believed they were possible. Because I do believe in the technique, but I don't believe in myself enough. Yeah. Another thing, every single podcast episode, I come up with a little explanation why I do this, and almost like a justification of what I do. And then I had a chat with my friend Fredo, and he told me an amazing thing. He was like, mate, you don't have to explain yourself. You don't have to apologize. You don't have to justify what you do here. And that is very true, yeah. Because who are these justifications for? It's mainly, no, not mainly, it's just for the people that I think aren't watching my podcast, or I'm trying to bring people in, but those justifications are literally just for the people that I hope they were watching it, but I know they aren't. So why would I make those justifications when I know that these people aren't watching it anyway, because they're never going to hear it anyway, so what's the point? And people who do listen to the podcast, they don't listen to it for my apologies and my explanations. They listen to it for the actual content of the podcast. So that was really, really cool thought, and thanks for that. Yeah. I will kind of explain why I do these things though, but I will no longer do it for you, the audience, whether you watch it or not. At this moment, I've decided that I am literally doing this for myself. And I probably shouldn't say this out loud on a camera, but I literally don't care if anyone's watching to this anymore. I said in the previous podcasts that I want to do this because I hope that it might maybe help someone else as well to make their thoughts about something, or it could maybe bring some good ideas or a new outlook on different life situations, or it could bring an advice, whatever. That was the main thing that caused a lot of stress to me, and what made the podcasts a little lifeless. I am somewhere in this video, I'm going to share something that I recorded a couple of days ago. When I watched it back now, it is a ridiculous little scene. But it is real. It is a real emotion there. And I'm gonna include it in this video only for the lesson that I've learned from that myself, from seeing the video back, from hearing myself read these things out loud, realizing that this is what I think about myself, or what I thought about myself. It is kind of uplifting for me. It is helping me realize that that is no longer me. It might have been an emotion that I carried with me, that affected me for a very long time, and I don't think that I managed to magically disappear everything, all the pain that this thought have caused to me over the years. But I share it here because of the beauty of the acknowledgement of the thought. Now I acknowledge it, I know it's there, I know it exists, and I can release it, and I no longer have to carry it with me as a burden. So that's the only reason why I share this ridiculous little moment. Yeah, it definitely helped me realize a few things. It kind of answered my question, why am I so much more entertaining, so much more fun, and so much more natural when I do things spontaneously. And I know that about myself, because first of all I feel it myself, and second of all I get much better feedback from people around me who get to witness it. Whereas when I do something on purpose, when I'm really trying to do something, like the concert in Trees, like that is something that was important to me, and I really prepared quite a long time, because I was supposed to just sing a couple of songs. It wasn't actually my concert, it was my brother's concert, and he invited me to just play and sing a few songs there with him. But it was quite a big deal for me, because I don't do this often, and performing in front of people is still a big deal to me. And I know in my heart, and I see myself in my head singing those songs and performing those songs in a very different way than I actually manage to sing and perform them when I stand in front of the audience. It is getting better now. Actually, I think it might be getting better because of the visualizations a little bit, yeah. But yeah, I'm so much better spontaneous than I am when I prepare, because when I prepare and when I have the time to think about everything, my brain gets in my way and the fear kicks in. And yeah, that might be yet another reason why I do these podcasts. To just learn how to shut the fear down, shut the brain down, and to know that even if I prepare things, I don't have to be worried. It's no bigger deal than when I do things spontaneously. There is literally no difference between it. So if I learn how to not worry, like I don't worry when I'm spontaneous, because I don't have time to think things through and give a chance to my brain to apply fear, then everything is much better. Yeah, I'm gonna play that little video now so you actually understand what I was talking about. But yet again, I repeat that I only share this video here to acknowledge and learn from it, and know that this is actually a very good thing that happened to me. And I don't pity myself or anything like that. I just acknowledge whatever I felt there at that moment, and I grow from there. My confidence and hopefully my performance and the way I present myself out in the world, whether it's spontaneous or whether it's prepared in advance. Cool. That's it. Yeah, gonna play the video now, and after that, that's gonna be the end of the episode. So I'm just going to say goodbye to you now, and I will see you next Sunday. Knowing that my podcast watches maybe 5 people, I'm trying to pretend that I don't care, that I do it for myself only. But I have been so deformed by social media standards and the ideology that being successful means that you need to have at least 10,000 followers. That's why my podcasts have no life in them. Because I feel ridiculous. I feel like someone who should be laughed at. That's the society I have been raised in. And many times in my life, when I did something my way, I was told that it wasn't enough.
yeah, I didn't write down anything else, but not sure if I could handle any more writing.